All right, so it's very cold outside and very windy. It's gonna get 20 degrees tonight, and I need to pull some of my turtles in just for the overnight. One of them I'm trying to get right now is the Florida softshell, and he's hidden somewhere in here. It's gonna be really chilly, and this turtle grew up in Florida. He's still only about a year old, and he was raised down there. Hasn't really had to hit a winter, so I do want to bring him in just to make sure he's safe. So I've got to stick my arm in here. This is much easier said than done. I can't see where he's at. Try not to disturb the bottom too much. And it literally hurts to put my hand in here because I've been inside the house where it's warm, and then this has been out cold all day. I'm not used to the temperature the way they are because they've been in the water. And I found the Florida softshell right here. Got him. There he is. He or she. A little cold, but good just the same. So what we're gonna do, when you bring a turtle in from the cold, you don't want to immediately bring them into a warm house. You want to kind of let them gradually warm back up. Then I'll bring him into the garage where he's going to stay in a tub for a little bit, and then he'll come inside. Let's look for another turtle that we need to bring in. And the next turtle I need to bring in is the Mexican giant musk. This is actually his second time coming in. A little bit easier to find because he's big. He's down in here somewhere. This may be the cold weather that kills off these plants. There he is. He's a little inactive, but he's good. You can see that all my leaves have worked out well. There's turtles underneath this. They're hidden under these leaves. They're gonna be fine. I gotta reach into the pond, and I have to reach down to the bottom there and kind of free up this pump and make sure that it ends up actually running some water. So I have to reach down here. It's really cold down there. Does not feel good on my hand at all. And try and free this up. So that'll help move some water at the other end of the pond. Cold, she can't do it, so I'm gonna help her out. Come on, girl, let's get you out of here. You get over here. And yeah, bury yourself right in there. I'm gonna help you out. We're gonna cover you in some leaves. Bring in some extra leaves. We'll cover her up. There's a lot right here. So, yeah, if you want to help your turtles out, never hurts to give them some extra cover. So I'm going to round up all these leaves, just kind of pile these over where she was at. And this way she'll have a better chance at being protected from the elements right now while it's cold. Just going to cover her with those. And she should be good. So let's go ahead, we'll go to the back, check on some of the other turtles. Got some another group of gulps back here that are more like the Mississippi type, whereas the ones up front are kind of more of the Florida Panhandle type. So we're gonna check on these guys, make sure they're good. I probably won't have an arm left after I keep reaching in the water. So all of that looks good. And sometimes the Gulf Coast box turtles will get in the water, and that's where they'll spend the cold weather, and they adapt well to it. But sometimes, like that one you just saw, she was trying to get out of the water and had kind of hit a wall and was low on energy because of the cold, so I helped her out. But you can see these guys are starting to make it into their mulch pile. As it gets colder, they'll go in deeper. So they'll go in deeper to that as it gets colder, but I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna just have all these leaves sitting here. Might as well just take a whole bunch of these, and we're just gonna take this, and where we see them sitting, just gonna pile this up over them, give them a helping hand. Oh, my nuts. And just like that. Just nice and just kind of protect them a little bit more from the elements. They only need a little bit. And the mountain tortoises, all the tortoises are actually inside, and I'm gonna soak them later on tonight, so you'll see that a little bit, that it's very important in the wintertime because it's so dry to soak your tortoises. Can't say that enough. Soak your tortoises, soak them multiple times a week during the winter. We're gonna double check on the map turtle and musk stock tank. Trying to remember if I saw the water moving. So main thing is just making sure that the water's moving. Like in the waterland tub here, you can see the water's moving, so it's doing good. And then over here in this musk and map stock tank, yeah, it's more or less moving. Yep, clogged up. Sometimes you have to it'll fire back up. There we go. So I'm actually going to. There we go. So now we've got some water breaking the surface. That's all these guys need right now. It's just some water breaking the surface. Same thing you see over here in the waterland tub. Pretty hard to see in here, but there's some cooters, there's some razorback musks, some different types of turtles in here. Everybody's gone to the bottom because it's so cold. Let's take a look at the snappers. Snappers are doing normal snapper stuff all the way down there at the bottom. This one, she's gone all the way. She went all the way into those loops. So far everything's looking good. And this is pretty much it. All right, so this is the giant musk turtle in a temporary winter setup. This is what he was in last year. And it's basically, a lot of times our weather here where I live, we're kind of on the edge of like mild winters, and we're on the edge of like getting actual cold weather. And so what I do is when it gets cold enough for, you know, some of these species like the Mexican giant musk and anything that, you know, can't really handle cold weather that we get here, I'll just bring him in overnight. He may be in this tub for a day or two, just kind of depending on what the weather does. But as soon as it's, you know, 60 or above, he can go back out during the day and I can bring him back in if I have to at night, or he can even handle weather that gets down into the 40s. So this is just what I put him in, and it gives you kind of an idea of what I do as far as managing, you know, these guys during the winter. And it's actually a lot of work. It's kind of a pain, but you know, when you keep these turtles and you care about them and you want to do what's best for them, you know, this is just what you do. You know, this is just a part of keeping this stuff. This is just a part of, you know, if you want to keep these animals and you want to keep them happy and, you know, all that, I always recommend keeping them outdoors. And if you got to bring stuff in, you got to bring stuff in. Sometimes that's just a part of it. But so yeah, this is the Mexican giant musk winter setup, and he'll, you know, kind of explore around in here, hang out for a while, but really not too much. And at this point, he's done this in this tub so many times that he kind of knows the drill. He kind of knows where he is and why, so he'll just kind of hang out. It's gonna get down into the 20s tonight. It's gonna freeze pretty hard for a few hours, and then the sun's gonna come back out and it's gonna be like 60 degrees during the day tomorrow. So that's the hard part, is when you have those swings where it's super mild and then dips way down into like really cold. That's when turtles have problems. So that's when you really have to kind of stay on top of everything and make sure that you have, you know, places they can reach quickly and safely to, you know, kind of get under, and then tomorrow when it gets warm, get back out in the sun. And then if it's going to do it again, they need to be able to get back under again. So all right, so I already gave the mountain tortoise a soak already, and it also has a bowl of water in its winter enclosure, but just brought it inside to give it some greens and let it kind of eat and hang out a little bit. Just thought it'd be fun to kind of throw that in there in this video, because I don't think I get to show my tortoises enough. During the summer and stuff, they kind of just hide and don't really do a lot. And, you know, the type of tortoises I have, other than the sulcata, you know, having mountain tortoises, yellowfoots, and elongateds, they really kind of get more active when it rains, and I don't really hang out in my yard when it rains, and that seems to be the time they're most active. And sunrise and sunset, those are the times they're most active during the better months of the year. So it is kind of neat to kind of get to hang out with them kind of more in a more intimate way during the winter. You know, I get to kind of be more up close with them and hang out with them, and I still, you know, kind of baby them a little bit. Just waiting on this one to kind of get more size, and then I'll trust it with, you know, a little bit cooler temperatures. But, you know, tonight is going to be in the 20s. It's going to be in the 20s in the morning, It won't get above freezing until probably midday or later tomorrow. So just wanted to bring this guy in and, you know, let him have some greens and hang out and enjoy the, you know, the heated inside of the house. So thanks for watching these videos. I really appreciate everybody that watches these. Feel free to share any turtle experience you have, tortoise experience you have. You know, let me know how you deal with cold weather, how many turtles and stuff that you have that you bring in, and what you keep outside. So just let me know. We're all here to share with each other. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.